Hi, I'm Deborah Uroda from Inside Durango TV, and I'm here at the White Dragon Tea Room with Michael Thunder. Thank you for joining us today, Michael. So you are an expert on tea. How did you become an expert on tea?
By drinking it for several years, and my grandmother, I used to make tea for my grandmother when I was 4. We'd have these elaborate tea parties. She was French-Canadian, so we drank big British teas.
So tell us about what we're going to do today.
Okay, well, I'd like to give you a sense of loose leaf tea.
Okay.
And the way it tastes, the way one prepares it, the range. And the most important thing to remember is that your taste is what determines what a good tea is for you. So somebody else will say, yeah, oh, I just love this, and you say, well, I don't like it so well. Everybody has a right to their authority on what tea they're going to drink. And since we specialize in loose leaf teas, I thought I would start with a tea bag. So this is a tea bag. It's from a very good German company. So it's at the top of the heap. It was expensive. But I want you to notice what that looks like. You know, and it has a scent to it. I think you can still smell it. It smells like fruit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
a little bit.
A little bit, not a lot of strong fragrance.
Pretty faded. And the tea, in order to be accessible through the bag fiber, has to be all chopped up. This tea is just this bud, this leaf bud.
Just that.
Right. So a lot of times it's 2 leaves in a bud is what they'll pick in the better teas.
So that's about as fresh as you can get.
It is, and the women have to some of the women that pick this for certain tea gardens are flown in by helicopter. They're famous because they can get in there quickly and do a field, say the size of this room, and you get one or 2 grocery bags. Just imagine trying to get down in there and pick just this. This is called the bud, but it's not the bud of a flower, it's a leaf bud. These are 2 leaves that have started to open, and everything depends upon the way this is harvested, whether it's before the rains, after the rains. You know, in India, they can have a really great harvest after what they call after the rains come in the fall, like in August, September, when the monsoons come, the tea will be renewed. Whereas in China and Japan, they try and favor the first picks before the rain picks because they're richer in all the ingredients that tea possesses. So I just wanted you to notice, which one would you rather drink?
This looks like I want to put it in a stew.
Yeah, it's like alive. It is like an herb, something you could do in that way, but it has a little aliveness to it. Tea started in a place called Pu'er, China. That's where they first started using the leaves of the tea bushes, probably 2,000 years ago, and it was medicinal. The tea plant has always had a reputation for being good for you.
What is this beautiful stone table with a little hole in it?
Right, well there's a big jar down underneath here, so all the mistakes or anything that you want to make a mess with, it gets done on this table. It's called a Kung Fu table. Not Kung Fu, but Kung Fu. Well, first of all, I was introduced to this kind of tea brewing in Chinatown and also at the World Tea Expo. It's called Kung Fu style, it's Chinese. So I designed this table. This is soapstone. There's a bit of a trough here that kind of directs the water down toward this hole, goes in the jug, and the jug is cleaned. So I had it designed. A local iron fellow made the base for me, and we use this almost exclusively for our brewing or our steeping of tea. So I'm doing it over here so I can make a mess if I need to. Okay, this is Kung Fu style, white tea. See how you like that?
Oh,
look at the color.
Yeah, it's a little more yellow. That is so delicate.
People like that because it makes them feel high. You know, I don't know exactly why, because it doesn't have a lot of caffeine, but it makes you feel real high up here in the head.
What are we having next?
We're going to go to green. Green is oxidized more than white. This is a real famous green. It's called Dragonwell, and you can tell that.
That smells more like dried hay. I notice you're just putting it directly into the cup.
Yeah, this is a Gaiwan. This is a Chinese vessel. It's actually used with this table a lot. This and the little pot that we started out with are used with this kind of a table. So I wanted to give you an example of different ways to do this.
All of these are very subtly different, and it's been so much fun tasting each one of these. So,
Great.
Michael, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for this beautiful display of teas. Now, if someone wanted to come here and experience this themselves, a little tea tasting, what should they do?
Well, Our hours are 10 to 6, and on Sunday I think they're 12 to 5 for winter.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Deborah Urota with Inside Durango TV, coming to you from the White Dragon Tea Room at 820 Main Avenue. You have a website?
I do.
And what is that?
What is the website? WhiteDragonTea.com, and we also have a blog called teadurango.com. But anyways, Michael Thunder, it's been a deep pleasure having you
Thank you very much.
to speak with about tea.
All right, thank you.